Val Kilmer's death on April 1st, 2025, shook Hollywood to its core. The man who brought iconic characters like Iceman in Top Gun, Doc Holliday in Tombstone, and Jim Morrison in The Doors to Life had left an indelible mark on cinema. At 65, pneumonia complications took him from us. But even as tributes flooded in, something felt unfinished. What truly happened in Kilmer's final years? Were the signs of his decline hidden from the public, or did the world miss the depth of his struggles? For years, Val Kilmer had been battling throat cancer, a fight he first revealed publicly in 2017. Fans witnessed his decline as he lost his voice and became less visible, retreating from the spotlight. His final appearance in Top Gun, Maverick in 2022, where his character Iceman made a brief but poignant return, felt like a last goodbye. However, what the public didn't know was how much deeper Kilmer's personal struggles were in his final months. As the world mourned, a disturbing truth began to unfold behind closed doors. In the days following Kilmer's death, it became apparent that many of his closest friends and family hadn't fully grasped the extent of his decline. Some hinted at his increasing withdrawal from social interaction. He had been turning down calls, refusing visitors, and rejecting offers for help. This strange isolation raised further questions. Why had no one seen him publicly in months? Why were there rumors of multiple hospitalizations that never made the news? The answers were murky, and what followed in the autopsy report would only raise more eyebrows. While the public remembered Kilmer for his incredible contributions to cinema, those close to him began to reveal a more complicated reality of the man behind the screen. Kilmer had always been enigmatic. Born in Los Angeles in 1959, he was accepted into the prestigious Juilliard School at a young age. From there, his rise in Hollywood was meteoric. He first gained attention with the comedy Top Secret in 1984, but skyrocketed to fame as Iceman in Top Gun, 1986, a role that established him as a major star. His success didn't stop there. Kilmer's portrayal of Jim Morrison in The Doors, 1991, earned him widespread acclaim, and his role as Doc Holliday in Tombstone, 1993, became legendary. He was also Batman in Batman Forever, 1995. But as his fame grew, so did rumors of on-set tensions. Kilmer developed a reputation as a difficult actor to work with. He was described as demanding, unpredictable, and occasionally combative. Directors, including Joel Schumacher, who worked with him on Batman Forever, called him one of the most challenging actors they had encountered. Despite his reputation, Kilmer remained a sought-after actor, though his career began to slow in the early 2000s. By this time, rumors about his health were starting to surface. The first whispers of his illness came around 2014, when fans noticed his weight loss, labored breathing, and the cancellation of several public appearances. For years, Kilmer denied the mounting speculation, maintaining that he was doing fine. It wasn't until 2017 that he publicly admitted he had been battling throat cancer. He revealed that he had undergone radiation therapy, chemotherapy, and a tracheotomy, which permanently altered his ability to speak. His fans admired his courage when he finally opened up about his health. Kilmer continued to make appearances, albeit more sparingly, and when he returned to the big screen in Top Gun, Maverick, many saw it as a triumphant moment. His return as Iceman felt like a victory for the actor, and the scene was an emotional one. But what most viewers didn't realize was that this was far from a comeback. It was, in many ways, a final farewell. Kilmer's performance in Top Gun, Maverick was made possible through a combination of cutting-edge technology and creative filmmaking. The filmmakers used a mix of text messages, voice AI technology, and archival recordings to digitally recreate Kilmer's voice. While it wasn't perfect, it was enough to evoke the essence of Iceman's character, and it provided a powerful moment of closure for fans. Yet behind the scenes, things were much more difficult. Kilmer's health was fragile, and every day on set was a struggle. The physical challenges were compounded by his emotional isolation. As the film wrapped and the fans celebrated his return, Kilmer quietly retreated from public life. He spent most of his remaining time at home, focusing on painting and writing, with only close friends and family around him. To the public, his appearance in Maverick seemed like a final bow, but the reality was that he was already fading from view. When Val Kilmer's death was announced, tributes flooded in from across Hollywood, with stars like Michael Mann and Josh Brolin honoring his legendary career. His iconic roles in Top Gun, Tombstone, and The Doors were celebrated on social media. Yet as the tributes continued, a different story emerged. Friends and colleagues began to share insights into his final years. Years marked by isolation and emotional struggle. Kilmer's battle with cancer had left him physically weakened, but it was his emotional battles that seemed to take the heaviest toll. Once a private person, Kilmer became increasingly reclusive in his later years, retreating from social life and shutting out those closest to him. Behind the curtain of fame, he was a man fighting not only a physical illness, but an internal battle that few knew about. When the full autopsy report was released, it revealed startling details that left many stunned. While pneumonia was listed as the official cause of death, it was clear that there were other factors at play. The emotional toll of Kilmer's long battle with cancer had taken a significant toll on him, and those closest to him were beginning to admit that they hadn't fully understood the extent of his decline. Kilmer had kept his pain hidden for years, refusing to let others see how deeply he was suffering. Val Kilmer's death may have been a shock, but it was the revelations that followed that truly stunned the world. The actor who had captured hearts and minds with his larger-than-life roles had, in the end, faced a final chapter that was far darker than anyone had anticipated. He had fought a battle that was not just physical, but emotional. And despite his resilience, the scars from that battle would remain long after he was gone. While the world will remember Kilmer for his unforgettable characters and the legacy he left behind in Hollywood, the truth of his final years serves as a reminder of the complexities of fame and the private struggles that often remain hidden from the public eye. Kilmer's story may be one of triumph in many ways, but it is also a story of loss, of a man who, despite all his success, found it difficult to share his most personal battles with the world. Thanks for watching.